In today's video, I'm gonna talk about why most traders lose even with a good strategy. And if your strategy actually works, but your account still goes down, this video is definitely for you. Most traders don't lose because of their strategy, they lose because of how they trade it. So what I mean by this is the points I will cover in this video. So the points I will be talking about is forcing trades, boredom and rules basically. So first things first, forcing trades. It's a very common when you have a weak rule set. I would say that forcing trades is based on FOMO and the need to do something, the need for action, to feel like you are being productive and effective. But you are most of the time actually being more productive and effective when you are sitting on the sideline and wait for that one setup that you know you have an edge on, and that is actually what makes money. So it's like overtrading feels productive, but in reality, patience actually is. So, for example, um, what I mean is basically that if I have a trading setup, let's say that this trading setup is something like this. Every time market pushes up and flashes down, every time I want to position myself in this setup right here. So what I want to see is price pushing up much more higher, price is flashing down to, let's say, an EMA, and then price shows some strength to the upside, and I buy stop the first pause that we get here. This is actually how I trade. So if this setup that you have back tested and you have data on actually makes money, then why would I trade something maybe like, let's say, something like this, you know? This is not the same setup. Or even like something like this. Let's say that this is a 50 MA and now this is a 20 MA. This market is pausing on the 20 MA and this is pausing on the 50 MA. So if my rules is, let's say, a push higher and a flash through the 50 MA, then a push higher and a pause, I want to buy stop this. And this is kind of the same. We push higher up, we flash down to the 20 MA and push higher up and pause. If my rules are that I want to see a flash through the 50 MA and then a move higher up and then I can buy stop, that is the setup I should stick with, and not something random like this, where you see price flashes down to the 20 and then a push up and then you buy stop. Like, I want you to be specific with your rules. So if the rule says that you should wait for the market to flash down to the 50 MA and then wait for a push up, then that's what you're gonna stick with, right? So the second you start to loosen up your system and trade outside of your rules, that's the point where your system has a 99% of failure rate. That's how I think about it. And yeah, so basically when price comes like this and flashes down to the 50 MA, I have a rule that is saying like this: I can only take 3 losses or 2 or 3 losses in this specific range, and if I take 2 or 3 losses, then I need to wait for another range to be created before I can start trade again. This keeps me outside, or this keeps me away from bad price action, but also protect my account, and that is also a very key thing. Yeah, like the protection of your account. But also, guys, boredom. I want to show you how my equity curve looks. And here I have about a little bit over 100 trades, 110 trades. And most of the trades I take is either a break even, a small loss, or a big win. Most of the time I show up to do absolutely nothing. because I need to wait for my setup to form in order for me to trade. And if my setup doesn't show, I stay away, and sometimes this can be the case for like days, weeks, or even months. This is of course dependent if you're a lower time frame trader or a higher time frame trader. So remember guys that the market doesn't pay you for your effort, it pays you for your patience. So we can even see here on the equity curve that well, this is like I think 5 or 10 trades. I was sidelined, so I showed up every single day here to take my one setup that I know I have an edge on, but this doesn't mean that I know that this setup will give me immediately a win, right? It can either be a break even or a loss. I only know my setup and that it will work over, let's say, 1,000 trades. And I know for a fact that I will be in profit, right? If I just follow my setup. Here I waited for like, here I was was sidelined for like 20 trades, 15 trades, as you guys can see. So this is me showing up every day to just take break even or losses or just tiny wins. And then we start to go up again and sideline for almost 20 trades again. So this can mean that I was basically sidelined for about, I think I was sidelined for about 1 month here, or a little bit more. And remember, this is me just showing up every single day to just execute my system. So, and this is, yeah, and so on and so on. So this is 110 trades, as you guys can see. So so the only time I reach to all-time high on my equity curve is like these moments right here. 1, 2, and then 3, 4, well 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, right? So 90% of the time here I'm actually taking break-evens and losses and small wins. So this is how patience looks. And the third point I'm going to cover in this video is rules. And rules, as you guys probably know, is the only thing allowing you to make money. Break one single rule and your system will fail. Your rules are there to protect your account. As I said earlier in this video, I think of it like this. Like the second I don't follow my rules is the second my system has a 99% failure rate. So why would I not follow my rules, right? And on the other hand, if you don't follow your rules, you don't actually have a strategy. You're trading random price action that will lead to you blowing many accounts. So before you change your strategy, fix how you trade it. And that's where most people or traders actually fail. So this was a little bit of a shorter video for you guys, but thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you have a question, feel free to ask down below. Yeah, thank you.